Hello everyone, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year's. I am going to do a quick review of the Lumenier, or formerly known as the GetFPV. It's the Qav250 size mini quads. These frames have been really hot on the market, and this is one of the new releases that came out from Lumenier. I already opened this package, but pretty much the contents are exactly the way that I found it. This is how you'll get the case for the Qav250. Pretty well packaged. I got it for 2-day priority. Came pretty quickly. I've had it for a couple days now, but haven't really gotten a chance to put it together yet. But here goes the review. Obviously in here I've ordered more stuff than just a frame, but I'm just going to go through the contents of the stuff that pertains to just the Qav250 build. Let me pull the stuff out here first, and I'll show you all of the components that I got here for the build. Propellers here. Alright, so when you order the frame, this is what you're essentially gonna get. Just these items right here. And I'll go through each of the contents piece by piece. Obviously the most important part is this. This is a uni-frame design, meaning just one single frame. As you can tell, the arms are not individual arms that you bolt on or screw on. It's actually just one body frame. I'm not sure what I think about this design yet, meaning that if you break or damage any of the arms here, you have to replace this entire thing. I'm not sure what my thoughts are or how much this replacement will actually be. We'll see in the future. And also, I'm not sure how well made the frame actually is. I mean, it feels relatively well. I'm going to go through it real quick here just so you know. If you look at the side dimensions here of the frame, it looks like it's about 1/4 of an inch, but if you look inside, it's CNC'd out into a thinner component right there, and that looks like maybe 1/8 of an inch right there where the motor mounts. When I kind of try to flex it to test the integrity, it feels okay. It feels pretty good. It looks like, or it feels like it should be able to take a pretty good beating. As far as the quality, I've already inspected this before, so I know exactly what I'm going to point out. But if you look, you know, there's scratches. It's not as smooth. And if you look on the sides, especially here, I don't know if you can see it right there. Right? You see that? I mean, I'm nitpicking here, obviously, but for the price that I paid for this thing, I mean, these imperfections should not exist. Also, one major concern, and I saw this immediately when I opened the box, and it actually bothered me pretty significantly. I don't know if you can see it. If you look at the very edge here, it's lifting out. You see it? Let me get the camera to focus. Maybe I lift it up. Right there. I mean, come on. For the price, that should not be happening. I actually contacted, maybe if I turn it this way, you'll be able to see it better. You see it lifting up right there? Once again, some of you may say I'm just nitpicking, but for the price you pay for this thing, I don't think that should be happening. There's other options out there, and I think for the reputation that QAV has thus far, I was not expecting this. Anyways, I contacted them about it. We'll see what they do about it. I'll proceed on to the next components here. Here, all the hardware. It's a very basic frame, as you could see. There's, I think, 4 standoffs that connects this part of the frame, the unibody part, to the top part of the frame. So it just sits on top like this, and that's where you mount some of your electronics. It just covers, I believe it goes this way over, and then the back part is left for the battery to be mounted. And yeah, as you can see, all the components here. And then also in here, I believe there's the 4 leg standoffs where it mounts down here and extends out, and it creates a landing gear platform. Not sure how sturdy that will be, but feels good. Alright, on to the next thing. So this is the underside of the craft. Here's the power distribution board. It's an integrated one. Well, not to the frame. It's just basically a power distribution board that is mounted to the frame later, like so, on the bottom. Like this. All your ESCs mount to here. Other electronics can be mounted to here. Battery connects to the board and it powers the entire system. Here's my concern with this. It sits at the bottom of the craft, and it's actually extended out or raised a little bit like this when it's finally mounted on. It sits on the bottom, so I expect that most people get these mini FPV quads, so they're able to be a little bit rough with it. It's lighter, it's supposed to take a beating, you fly at proximity more. That's what a lot of people get it for. My concern, if it sits like this with the landing gear mounted there and there, if you crash and the landing gear gives, this is the next component that's going to hit straight to the ground. I mean, it feels good, but I don't think it's a component that's meant to take a beating like that. Especially if one of the corners here catches and it breaks, or this breaks, that means you're rewiring the entire system. Not sure what I think about that. I think it would have probably been better if it was kept up on the inside where the frame would take a beating and this part is protected. But who knows? We'll see how it actually performs when I have this built. Like I said, top plate, nuts. There's your frame so far. Some of the electronics I'm putting on, Easy UHF, the light version, the 4-channel light version, the cheapest version, but smallest and lightest. I am going with the CC3D control board. This is my first time using this control board, so we'll see how much luck I have in programming it. The 5-inch props, the Mobius, and for the speed controllers, I actually decided to go. I did not buy this from GetFPV. I bought this from Hobby King. Actually, it is the Turnigy Multi-Star 15 amp speed controllers. Pretty good speed controllers, I think. And I think for the price, not too bad. We'll see though. Alright, so that's all the components so far. I'm going to do the build. I still have to put the FPV electronics on there. I haven't decided yet. I have both the 1.3 and the 5.8 FPV transmitter. I'm not sure. And I'm just going to use your standard Sony 600 TVL line camcorder. Oh, one last thing that was part of it I didn't show in this. And this part actually, I think it's pretty cool. We'll see how it holds up. This is the LEDs. It's actually cut out in the shape of frame. As you can see there, it fits into that groove and it just screws on the front and back LEDs. It's line of sight. It helps with orientation of the craft, and it connects directly to the ESC board here, and that's how it's powered, 12 volts. That is it for the review. If you guys have any questions, feel free to post in the comments section, and I'll be updating you guys on the build and how this performs in the upcoming week.